I did get this text from, I won't say who, but let's say he's a greasy wop that dresses up sometimes like a puppet. And
Yeah.
he told me something very specific. He says he has a friend in the banking industry that knows that a loan was applied for a watercraft and rejected, and then someone's mom was added to the loan application in order to purchase the craft, and they have a monthly payment on it.
Well, that's not me.
So you don't have a monthly payment on your boat?
No. And I don't and a loan was no. No, I don't know where he's getting that information from.
You're giving off indicators of deception. I'll get the exact quote because I didn't care whether you did or you didn't, but to them it's a big deal.
Well, but see, this is why I'm giving these indicators because Cardiff put out a tweet that they did a credit check on me, and I called Experian because if they are looking at my credit, then you can't be doing that. I'm not requesting that. So it's Rocco who's the guy that's doing it.
No, Rocco wrote this. Well, I'm not saying who, but you can make your own judgment. Vince, what say you? Someone has come forward saying, I don't know why I wrote this. Someone has come forward saying crayon hints about John not being able to get a $286 month loan in his name and had to get his mom to take out the loan for the boat.
What is crayon?
I think it must be a typo. It said come forward saying crayon hints. That must be some form of a typo. But how much is your monthly payment?
I don't, Vince. I'm not talking about anything about any of my finances with you, but I am going to tell you that if this guy is looking at my private information, that's a red flag for me. Would you want anyone looking at your private information?
Unfortunately, John, I told you back in 2017, one of Hyper Eric's felons put my picture with Lori's picture, with our social securities number up, with my kids' social securities numbers, and it was there for a month. I couldn't even get it taken down from Periscope, which was linked to.
Did you like that?
No, actually, that's the one time I did, besides someone else. That's the only time I filed a lawsuit involving any of this crap, except for one other time.
And that's the thing. Like, if Rocco's doing that, like, I'm going to find out who did. Because I called Experian, but they weren't there, and now we have a holiday today. But tomorrow I'm calling Experian because I'm a member, and I'm going to find out who ran the last credit check. Now, Vince, I don't give a fuck what your indicators are because you could stick it up your ass. I've maintained that my credit sucks. So what are they learning? I have shitty credit. I do.
Yeah, and John, you had mentioned before about me and my current residence and having my dad on the mortgage, and the difference at the time was we had multiple properties with multiple mortgages, and we initially bought it from the builder, and the bank went under. It's called SunTrust Bank. I'll never forget it. So we were going to lose out on like $70,000. They allowed my dad to come on as a non-resident co-signer. Thank God. Otherwise, I didn't have enough income to show. I didn't have my own business back then. I was working for somebody else. So
it's
that's
not unheard of. That's why I don't understand, Vince. Now, you believe that I bought this house, don't you?
Well, from a technical standpoint, everyone knows how you bought the house. It must be public record. So you can go right now to Lee County and get the documents. It has to be public record. So did you buy it or did your mom buy it? It's public record.
But will they, in other words, I'm asking you, Vince. Vince, I'm asking you. You know that I use my own money to buy the house, don't you?
I believe that you used your own money, but I believe you also used the benefit of your mom's credit because you couldn't afford to get that type of mortgage. And again, I don't want to disclose all the information, but that's all public information in terms of...
Yes. Hold on.
But you're asking me these questions, so you want me to divulge what I know or how I feel.
All I'm going to say is I had a cosigner. And I had a cosigner because my mom has better credit. That's all. And
I'm letting you know, though, John, though, legally, my dad wasn't technically a resident. It was disclosed to the bank, a non-resident cosigner. Now, if that's what you had, it will be indicated in your mortgage agreements, which most likely are public record.
Yeah. But anyway, my mom didn't buy this house. I bought it. But what drives me crazy is Pinky's out there saying that, and it drives me fucking nuts because I don't mind if it's true. I mind because it was my hard-earned money that I put down on this house. And I've told you how much I put down on this house. So you know So like don't pretend that you don't know. I mean,
No,
it's
that's public record. It's like 195,000 or something like that.
yeah. So I put close to 200,000 down of my own money. So
That's where I don't know. You say that it is, and I'll
look
trust you
it
that
up.
it
I
is.
don't care.
It
Go
doesn't
ahead.
even matter. Who cares? Who cares whose money it is? Ultimately, your mom owns the real property.
Well, the right now the property's in her name.
Yeah, I wonder why.
But who's to say there's not a quitclaim deed that has it going back into my name at some point?
What else is going on? John, I was even thinking of leaving this whole Dabbleverse for a second when I was getting grossed out about the whole that Aaron guy, and
Yeah.
these nerds are calling like the attorney, and the attorney saying that I don't know, something to deal with him tasting cum of the other one. It's like, guys, this is so lame and gross, and I just don't care about them at all.
No, I
So
don't
it's
either.
just like, but that seems to be the only news really going on besides you pissing off everyone that you have a boat.
No,
You know?
isn't that the dumbest thing ever? Like, all right, Vince. I mean, look. Let's pretend. No, it's impossible to. Do you think? And I'm going to ask you. Do you think my mother has enough money to start buying people houses?
I think so. I mean, Ralph made a lot of money. You're going to inherit a decent amount of money. If Ralph died a millionaire, then you're entitled to at least 1/3 of that, right?
Well, yeah, but see, here's the thing. Let's say I don't want to divulge my mother's finances. I'm going to tell you straight up, she does not have $200,000 in cash available to put down on any. And I'm being honest with you. And I get so nervous with these indicators because you keep saying there's indicators. But no, I mean, she doesn't have cash to throw around like that. So for fucking Pinky to say that is stupid. Now, if she sold stock, she would. But I would never ask my mother to do that.